the songs to Okay, what am I saying? Okay. Oh, hello. It has been a minute since I posted something, and I thought I would pop in with some new music. Recently, I've been spending a lot of my time trying to write songs in a different way. I wanted to try and spice things up a little bit, and I came up with this song that I'm going to play for you guys today. I was over at one of my friend's houses, and he has this washing line in his back garden, and my friend Morgan, who I was there with, started plucking the washing line. And it made a really cool sound. I decided to record it, and then it just kind of hit me as I was listening to it. I could make some drums out of that. So to give some context, this is what the washing line like sample sounds like. And the drum beat that I made from it was this kick drum, which I'm going to play for you. And then this snare, I grabbed this sound from the beginning of the sample where I think I was in the middle of saying something and it kind of cut off and made this sound, which I was able to kind of use as a hi-hat. So this is what the hi-hat sounds like. And then after I'd put those those drum sounds together, I kind of had this guitar part in my head. I kind of just had like a doodle on my guitar, and it started with one guitar part, and then I heard another two kind of going in behind it, and we ended up with this guitar part. So when it came down to writing lyrics, the image that kind of popped into my head was this idea of seeing somebody kind of in the periphery of your vision. It's like someone you love or someone who's looking out for you. It's just always kind of there on the edge of your consciousness. And one of the places I feel like this concept was explored really well was in one of my favourite books, which is The Little White Horse. It's a children's book. One of the characters basically visits the other character in his dreams, so he kind of appears in front of her whenever he's dreaming. It's like his consciousness is kind of projected somewhere else. And that's not quite the idea I was conveying here, but it's the same type of sentiment. And what I really liked here in the book, which I'll read you, is how it's conveyed. And he says, "I went to you when I was asleep. Sometimes I'd be keeping the sheep on Paradise Hill or weeding the manor house garden, and suddenly I'd feel sleepy, and I'd curl round on the grass or among the flowers and doze off. I asked my mother about it once, and she said that we are really, all of us, two people, a body person and a spirit person. And when the body person is asleep, the spirit person who lives inside it like a letter inside an envelope can come out and go on journeys." It's essentially this idea of somebody just beyond your reach, keeping an eye out on you in a non-creepy kind of way. And I sort of had this image of almost seeing somebody through material, this kind of comforting figure on the other side of a veil, like these pictures. And then I put together like a little, I think in the music industry they're sometimes called visualizers. It's kind of not quite the word, but I put together a little visualizer to try and give the sentiment of what I was seeing in my head. And what that looks and sounds like is a little bit like this.